soul shining underneath the moon. No race, no rival, just love we know. COC moving in a sacred flow. Every breath, every touch, every sound lifts us higher when the love comes around. Slow flame, we let it guide us slow. COC together, that's how we grow. No fear, no pressure, just truth we show. Love is the rhythm in the flow. Soft words spoken, healing.
This year has exposed a lot. It exposed a lot. What we're leaving behind is explaining ourselves to people who are committed to misunderstanding us. We're leaving behind over access. Everybody doesn't get your time, your insight, your labor, or any of that. Access now comes with responsibility. We're leaving behind waiting to get permission from family, from titles that people hold that we didn't even co-sign on anyway. We're leaving behind that fake-ass urgency from other people that makes us rush into judgment and do things without thinking. Everything must be strategic. We're leaving behind romanticizing struggle. Pain is not a personality trait, and overworking yourself into depletion isn't proof of work or value. We're leaving behind the community theater, saying the right words and posting the right things and nodding along while nothing changes behind the scenes. If it doesn't show up in action, it doesn't count. We're leaving behind self-betrayal, dressed up like peacekeeping, staying quiet to keep the room calm while you are burning up on the inside. We're leaving behind nostalgia, things of the past that we hoped for, but wasn't really truly the reality of the situation. Just because we honor the past doesn't mean that we're living there. Some doors were only meant to teach, not to reopen. We're leaving behind confusion, masquerading as depth. If it drains you every time you touch it, that's your answer. What elevates in 2026 is a clearer choices, fewer explanations, stronger boundaries, moving intentionally, energy spent where it actually returns something, reciprocity. No more drama is needed in 2026. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. I just said it's not needed. In order to elevate, you've got to move differently. You can't keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. It is what it is. And people are going to feel that immediately in 2026. Welcome to Blended Healing. Future echoes, ancestral visioning for 2026 and beyond. We got to leave some things in 2025 so we can move forward in 2026. You feel me? Let me give you, Father God, Mother God, all that's in you is in me. All that's in you is in us. I want to thank you for everything that you have done, everything that you're doing, and everything that you're about to do. I ask you for protection from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet, from one side to the next, encompassing all that is around us. I ask you to bless those that are in need. I ask you to bless those who are having struggles at this time. And I want to thank you for those who are prospering well, that they may be a light unto the feet of those who are lacking up. Ashe. This is a collective transmission from the council. Allow me to decrease as you increase. What's being asked of us now is discernment. When we look at things from a third eye perspective, it's about seeing clear and clean without attachment to any outcome. Seeing that we don't have to convince anybody else of what's really obvious. 2025 pulled the veil back on where our energy is leaking as being normalized. Who benefited from our doubt, where loyalty was one-sided and where confusion was kept alive because clarity would not require some type of movement. Either you're with it or you're not. That was the movement. And that is the movement. It's simple as that. The council is very clear. No more studying the lesson after the test has already been graded. As we move into 2026, you are being asked to close your eyes to any distortion and keep your eyes open to patterns. Don't allow the imagination to run rampant, but look with your spiritual eye at what's in front of you and the reality of that situation. Understand that repetition is information. Being quiet is also information. Delaying is information. The third eye reads all of it without attachment. Simply stated, the council says this: what you keep revisiting is not unfinished, it's unchosen. What keeps draining you is not complex, it's misalignment with your own direction. What keeps you feeling foggy in your mindset, in your brain, is because you're still standing inside of it. Elevation comes from withdrawing your consent to that. The third eye will sharpen when you stop arguing with what you see for real. And for 2026, the instruction is real simple but firm. Move with fewer words. Choose with your whole body and not your hope. And let actions answer questions you used to go back and forth about. The council isn't asking for devotion, it's asking for precision. Precision. Those who already will feel it as relief, and those who aren't will feel it as resistance. But both of these responses are considered information. Ashe? All right. I'll be right back after this.
She wrote it in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet pork, calm like teas. Queen cows with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plan to play, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow, yeah. She dropped the lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen Kale's that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass, reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system, where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees, talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen Kale's with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
As the final days of 2025 come to a close, we stand inside a rare window, a moment marked by release, remembrance, and readiness. This is a threshold dense with ancestral memory, alive with what has yet to be named. The boundaries that usually separate the seen from the unseen are thin now. So are the lines between what we think we know and what is waiting to return through the body, through dreams, through your instinct. Return to those who came before, not for predictions, but for divisioning. Not to be told what will happen, but to remember what we are here to embody. This is soul seeing, a deeper gaze into time, offered through relationship rather than control. These insights arrive through presence, not fear, not reaction. We honor the ancestral presence that moves with us through the guides, through the elders and elemental forces who hold a memory to how to live in rhythm with becoming. The attention is very simple. It's to listen, receive, and to reconnect. Not with distractions or any trends, but with what remains true beneath it all. Here, in this shared space, we open the portal, not to look outward, but to remember the path already under our feet. The portal of 2026 is beginning to open. Ashe? All right. I'm going to take the opportunity to do a birth month or whatever we call it, solar reading. This reading is based on the month that you were born, not a full birth chart or exact date of birth. This is your solar imprint for the month that you were born. It's going to focus on core life themes, personality, tendencies, strengths, and repeating challenges and how you're going to move through the world energetically. I want you to please take what resonates with you and leave the rest as we leave 2025 and enter into 2026. Ashe. For those of you born in the month of January, you have a tendency to step forward when something needs to be handled, whether they volunteered you or you volunteer yourself. You read situations quickly and move based on what makes sense and not impulse. Responsibility has followed you for a long time, sometimes early, and that shaped how you move through this world. A central theme in your life is learning how to build without trapping yourself inside what you create. Many January born people learn early that consistency matters, often because things around you feel unstable. That experience trains you to be more dependable. It also trained you to carry more than your share without even asking about it. Your strengths show up in persistence, discernment, and timing. You wait until something can hold up before you commit to it. You notice the patterns in your families, your workspaces, and relationships that others overlook. You see how expectations operate beneath the surface. Your repeating challenge is doing too much on your own. You may default that to being self sufficient, even though you have support available. Over time, this will create internal pressure that goes unspoken. Another challenge is staying in roles out of obligation long after they stop making sense to you. In 2026, the lesson for January born individuals is knowing when to step forward and when to step back. Not everything requires your effort. Not every situation deserves you being steady, 10 tones down. This year supports more firmer limits around your time and emotional availability. You move best by slowing decisions just enough to feel how they land in your body, not just your head. And when you stop carrying things that were never meant to be permanent, your energy becomes more focused and active. I reshuffled the cards for your soul work and release. May I offer that you face what you have avoided. Avoidance is a chain in disguise. What you are not willing to face still controls you. Let the sun in, gather yourself, and pull off the dust covers on that shit up in there. Release the root, baby. You cannot fully heal what you're afraid to name. Trace the pain to its source and gently pull it loose from its field. And finally, your tree of life is not planted on solid ground. Only one root was found its way down, allowing for small growth. Removing a larger boulder that's sitting on top of your roots, there's like this big rock that I see that's sitting on top of the roots and the good land and the good soil. But the tree is growing on top of that big ass rock. But it only has one tendril of roots that are going down into the soil to get the nutrients. So that's when I say your tree is not planted on solid ground. Only one root has found its way down, allowing for very small growth. You got to remove that boulder of fear and guilt and gain some of the other roots that can nourish earth and stand fully on solid ground. Otherwise, your works are dead. Healing your parent child karma, healing with the bond with your parents frees you from the past. It's time to release those old wounds and walk forward. You can create new memories by planting new energy together. There is always hope. Ashe? All right. For those of you born in the month of February, you move through life with an internal awareness that doesn't always match what other people are doing in the world around you. You have a tendency to notice things that are going on underneath the surface before they become obvious. And then you can sense the way things are moving earlier and pick up inconsistencies. And then you're able to recognize when something is headed long before other people do. And this places you slightly ahead of the moment, which can feel isolating to you because you try to move at other people's speed. It's not conducive for you. The core theme for you is belonging without disappearing. Many people who are born in February learn how to adapt early, adjusting themselves to fit situations that feel a little uncertain. That skill keeps you connected, but it also teaches you to reduce parts of yourself to maintain some type of harmony. And over time, you can become resentful of that because you're there, you're present, but you're definitely not fully engaged. Your strengths show up in your perception, your originality, and the ability for you to see beyond what already exists. You recognize when rules no longer serve and when structures need to change. You bring that forward thinking solution that is practical, not all willy nilly or abstract. Your repeating challenge is pulling back instead of addressing what needs attention. And this looks like emotional distance or postponing decisions while waiting for clarity to arrive. Staying focused on future possibilities can sometimes pull energy away from what needs action now. In 2026, you're being asked to anchor yourself in the present. This year is going to support translating insight that you have into movement. Progress comes from action, not observation by itself. You move best this year by choosing reality over potential and engagement over delay. When you place yourself fully where your life is happening, your energy becomes more effective. When it comes to your soul work and your release, you got to honor your growth. Growth is a journey, not a destination. You have to honor where you are right now and acknowledge your progress. The trees, the earth, the plants give you strength. They also transmute your wisdom, understanding, and fear. Allow the four things, I see four things that are blocking you, allow them to fall away. Just floating on, let it float on down and float that cell phone out with the gust of wind. Honor the contract that you have. Some lessons were written before you even came about. And facing them now completes the soul agreement. It's time for you to come out of the dark. You have your purpose right in hand, and it's time to move. Cultivate your courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the ability to move forward in spite of fear. You're brave and you move with purpose. It's go time. May this reading find you well. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. For those of you who are born in the month of March, you have a tendency to be highly responsive to what's happening around you. You pick up on emotional cues very quick and sense what others are dealing with before they put it into words. Over time, this made you very perceptive, but it also positioned you as the one who carries emotional weight that is not a part of you or even assigned to you. And that role developed gradually and definitely not by choice. The central theme around you is setting limits around empathy. You feel very deep, and the lesson has been learning where the responsibilities for you stop. Many March born people learn early how to smooth out situations, but absorb tension and hold onto emotional undercurrent, things that go on under the surface, so things don't fall apart. That skill that you have has helped other people, but it also costs you internally. Your strength shows up in your emotional awareness, how you can adapt, and the ability for you to handle many different layered situations without reacting impulsively. You understand, but you don't rush to judgment. You sit with situations that others avoid and still respond thoughtfully. Your repeating challenge is giving more than is sustainable. You may stay longer than you should and take on responsibility that is not yours. Hesitate to state what you need when the connection feels as though it's at risk. This pattern can leave you depleted even when nothing outwardly looks wrong. It's all internal for you. And in March of 2026, I should say in 2026, those of y'all who were born in March are being asked to take authority over where your energy goes. This year supports you choosing when to engage instead of responding to everything that pulls at you. Compassion does not require self-neglect. You move this year by checking whether you are involved as requested or simply expected. And when you stop filling in the gaps that others refuse to address, your energy will even out and your decision making becomes a lot simpler. You're not here to take up what belongs to other people. You're here to participate where effort is mutual. Repeat after me, March people. Reciprocity. You dig? Okay. Now, when it comes to your soul work and release, restore your mind, your body, and your spirit. Real healing happens when these parts are brought back into balance. Reconnect to your essence. Attention is needed at the level of your star, which is underneath your feet. And your solar plexus and your throat, all of these chakras and your crown chakra. You have to align them, okay? The star, the solar, the throat, and the crown has to be in alignment. You got to release that anger and allow love to move through you, man. Choose with love. Love is the strongest force available. Choose love over fear, and life begins to change. Get grounded and get your behind out of the house. You're already protected. Staying inside is no longer serving you. It's time to take your journey further. Step beyond what feels comfortable. Growth happens outside familiar patterns. Discomfort is a sign that progress is taking place. You got it? All right. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right. I'll be right back after this.
Light it slow, let the spirit rise. Lavish lights dancing in your eyes. Herbal healing flowing through my veins. Smoke of the ancestors calling my name. Every pull of prayer, every breath release. Lavish lights bring the body peace. Lavish lights burning soft and sweet. Chemical essentials where the spirit meets. Grounded in the smoke, lifted in the night.
For those of you born in the month of April, you tend to move with intensity. You act quickly when something feels right and push forward when others hesitate. There's like a natural drive you have that doesn't wait for everybody to sign on to it. You initiate, you confront, you start things, and that momentum has carried you far, but it has also pulled you into situations that require more for you to like back up than to force the situation. You feel me? Your central theme is direct action with restraint. Many April-born individuals learn early that hesitation can lead to missed chances. So you trained yourself to move fast and deal with consequences later. That approach worked when speed mattered, but it becomes costly when careful choice is required. Your strengths show up in your decisiveness, courage, and the ability to move when others stall. Okay? You don't freeze under pressure. You bring that momentum into your situations that have been stuck for too long. You're repeating challenges, reacting instead of choosing. When emotions rise, you may act before you fully take in what is actually happening right around you. And this can lead to unnecessary conflict or effort spent in the wrong direction. In 2026, those of you born in this month of April, right? You're being asked to slow down. Slow down. Because your initial response will lose its momentum. And this year supports choosing where action is actually needed instead of reacting to everything that provokes a response. You move best this year when action is deliberate, when you decide first and then move second. Results come with a less of a fallout. When it comes to your soul work and releasing, heartbroken, you got to close, but on different wavelengths. Everything around you and within your relationship is breaking down, and it's happening in real time. This is a call to rewire the way that you love. When pain becomes the pattern. In love, it's time to relearn connection. Begin again, but do it differently. Let your broken heart and old wounds go. See them, feel them, imagine them floating away. This is the ultimate release. Past wounds hold your energy hostage. Releasing them creates space for healing. It's time to face what you have been avoiding. Avoidance is a chain in disguise. What you're not willing to face controls you. Let it go so you can move forward. Ashe, may that message find you well. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. For those of you born in the month of May, you tend to move through life with a strong pull towards stability. You value consistency, reliability, and things that can be built to last. You don't rush change unless it becomes unavoidable. Once you commit, you stay committed, sometimes longer than necessary. A central theme for you is security versus stagnation. Many May-born individuals learn that holding on feels safer than letting go. And that lesson helped you to endure difficult times. But it can also keep you tied to situations that no longer support where you're headed. Your strength shows up in patience, follow through, and the ability to nurture something over time. You know how to grow things deliberately. You bring steadiness into spaces that feel uncertain, and people often rely on you to be consistent when others are not. Your repeating challenges resistance to necessary change. You may recognize when something is no longer working, but delay the action because starting over feels too risky for you. You like familiarity, and it becomes a holding pattern for you when questioned too late. In 2026, you May-born people are being asked to evaluate what is truly sustainable. This year calls for reassessing commitments and attachments that were built for a past version of you. Letting go does not erase what you built. It makes room for what fits now. You move best this year by choosing movement over preservation. When you trust yourself to adapt, forward motion becomes possible without unnecessary strain. When it comes to your soul work and releasing, only the divine and spirit know the chains you're under. If you ask and have faith, those chains can be broken. You must allow help in order to release. Unbind those inner chains. Your soul is ready to be free. Let go of those self-imposed limits and step fully into your power. Your ancestors are always present. The patriarch that stands behind you, along with 3 women and 1 man from his line, and 2 men and 1 woman from the other side. They are with you as the seal of the stone and bondage is broken. The cycle ends with you. You are the one they prayed for. The pain stops in your hands. So choose differently now. Newness cannot survive under glass, placed on display while slowly suffocating. Breaking the glass allows fresh air to enter and restores light. Release those outdated beliefs. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. Break free and unlock what has always been waiting. May this message find you well. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Ashe. For those of you born in the month of June, you are wired for communication and connection. You process life by thinking things through, asking questions, and making sense of what's happening as it unfolds. You are mentally quick, socially aware, and often act as a bridge between people or perspectives that don't naturally meet. A central theme for you is truth versus convenience. Many June-born individuals learn how to keep things moving by smoothing over tension or staying neutral so connections won't fracture. That ability made you adaptable, but it also trained you to hold back when honesty felt disruptive. Your strengths show up in insight, adaptability, and your ability to put words to things others struggle to express. You recognize patterns very quickly and can translate the difficult situations into language people understand. Your repeating challenge is talking around what needs to be said. You may over-explain, soften your point, or delay honesty to avoid conflict. Over time, this creates a mental strain and unresolved pressure. In 2026, June-born individuals are being asked to speak with intention instead of strategy. This year supports direct communication without excess explanation. You don't need to convince. You need to state. You move best this year by letting your words reflect what you actually know to be true. When expression is clean, your energy settles and interactions become a lot simpler. When it comes to your soul work and release, you're learning at night through your Akashic record. You're a scholar who receives messages through thought and through dreams. Pay attention to what comes up when the world is quiet. Your fate is not fixed. Your story changes with every choice you make. Claim your authority. Claim it. Okay? Claim that authority. Two men and a woman are watching you, but you are the one who takes time to uplift a grandparent. You have done this since you were young. Kindness creates change. Every act of kindness alters something somewhere. Be the reason someone feels hope again. Open your mouth and release what you've been holding. Shout it, scream it, cry it, rage. Let that pressure out. Speak the truth you have hidden, your need, your fear, your regret, because freedom begins there. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Ashe. I'll be right back.
Days away, spell in the steam, peace in the flame. I call my power, speak my name. Sacred glow, I feel divine. Every drop's a blessing by design. Soap so rich, spray so clean, burning candles while I live my dream. Crystal charged, my spirit's high, anointed oil, now watch me rise. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials. Oils crafted by moonlight's kiss. Protection in
A new product announcement is the new Essential Body Atelier. It's designed to support intentional weight management body awareness, and consistent self-care. This kit focuses on circulation, digestion support, nervous system regulation, and a daily little ritual because weight work doesn't stick without self-care holding it together. This curated body care suite is crafted to support balance, routine, and self-care. The Essential Body Atelier is designed for those committed to caring for their body with intention, consistency, and respect. The Essential Body Atelier is composed care, measured, intentional, designed to be returned to, not to be rushed through. This is $105 value without the candle, but with the intentional candle, it is $130 value. Now offered at $90 or $110. It includes body support herbal bath, digest and flow tea blend, firm and tone body oil, self-love body butter, essential calm spray, and self-love body salt scrub. Make sure that you tap into the website to get yourself a set. And don't forget about the discount code, the Big 30, so you can get 30% off. Thank you. Thank you for tapping in. The next time we meet, I will be doing the rest of the year, the other 6 months. So be ready for that. I want to thank you for tuning in and supporting me through my journey. I really appreciate you. And I hope you get some value out of what I bring to the table. Again, thank you again. Be well, stay safe. Ashe and deep bow to each and every one of you. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Alicia Dion, take us out. Thank you.
You mad? Oh, boy, shut up. If respect ain't given, then respect ain't taken, ho. Now let me tell you something. Yeah. You ain't never had a woman who could cut this deep. I'm the karma that you dodged, now I'm back on beat. You the type to talk tough, then cry in the sheets. I'm the type to get bored and delete, then retreat. You a goofy, a dub, but try again later. I'm the big boss bitch, little boy, I'm no waiter. Cause I serve you, hurt you, drop you like a habit, then laugh when you spiral. Tragic, ain't it? You thought I was a rookie, nah, baby, I'm seasoned. You thought you had a chance, baby, that's treason. Call me what you want, long as you call me leaving. You ain't bring no value, not even break even. Boy, I hurt your feelings anyway. Even if the song ain't about you today. If the shoe feel where don't care what you say. Your ego fragile as hell and I'm breaking it. Hurt your feelings anyway. Hurt your feelings anyway. Hurt your feelings anyway. Cry in the car, ho. Nah, don't wipe them tears, baby. Let them fall. You wanted a regular bitch, you got a wrecking ball. You wanted control, but had none at all. Now you wanna be honest, boy, shut up, recall. You thought you had leverage, nah, boy, that's none. You thought I was replaceable, name one. You tried to play chess, but your ass played checkers. With bounce house energy and Dollar Tree effort. I'm a whole damn problem you can't diagnose. I'm the lesson you learn when you did the most. Anybody feel hit? Well, baby, that's growth. If the verse don't fit you, why you flinching the most? Boy, I hurt your feelings anyway. Even if the song ain't about you today. If the shoe fit where don't care what you say. You felt it in your spirit and I said it anyway. Hurt your feelings anyway. Hurt your feelings anyway. Hurt your feelings anyway. Cry in the car.
Yeah, they lit the sky like the world's on fire. Same old cry, same tired choir. I ran through the night with a cape on tight. Thought they wanted change, nah, just another fight. Cliff up ahead, seen it all before. Same sad story, same revolving door. Run to the rescue, patch up the pain. Next day comes, they do it again. Stop mid-stride, heart went cold. This hero life done got too old. Flip that switch, let the signal die. Laid down the cape, didn't say goodbye. Gave them the tools, gave game, gave rope. They ain't want work, just drama and hope. I saved a storm, it was killing my peace. So I turned my back, let the chaos cease.
You kill the light, save my life, that's the plan. No more fire drills on demand. If you want out, better learn to fight. 'Cause I'm done being hero every night.
Save my life, let the sky go black. No more running through the flames, I ain't coming right back. You want change? Better stand and fight. 'Cause tonight I'm done, yeah, I'm killing that light. Save my life, let the sky go black. No more running through the flames, I ain't coming right back. You want change? Better stand and fight. 'Cause tonight I'm done, yeah, I'm killing that light. No cape on my back, yeah, I walked through the rain. Cut ties with the drama, broke chains from the pain. They gon' call it cold, they gon' call it a sin. But I done saved the same world time and again. Now I'm choosing my peace, yeah, I'm guarding my space. No more sprinting through fires just to fall out of place. If the bridge keeps burning, let the ashes stay. I ain't dying on a hill, they keep building this way. Now the nights stay quiet, no lights in the sky. Ain't no call for a hero, no reason to fly. They can stand on their own, yeah, the tools been there. But they rather call me back just to prove I care. I done gave all the game, every map, every key. If they stay in the storm, that ain't on me. I'ma ride for my peace, keep my soul intact. Once the cape hit the ground, I ain't taking it back, never.